Good morning. I'm going to talk a little bit about the do's and don'ts of creating an online quiz using PDFmock by just having MCQ PDF question paper. So first, this is the login space. I'll log in here as a teacher or the instructor. So there are two ways of logging in. One is the email, and the other one is the phone. Email is everybody can do it, but with the phones, only Indian number can be done used here to log in as a teacher. So I put my email ID here to get the login OTP, and I go to my email to yes, it's here. So I copy it, then come back here and paste it, and I validate. So I'm successfully validated, and soon this is my dashboard. So there are two tabs: the test, where I can manage my test, sharing the test with the student, or editing the test, or creation of the test through this button. And this is the batches of the student, or the database I have, which I manage. So I can create a new batch of student, or students where I would like my test to be automatically going on their dashboard, onto their dashboard, and I can create a new batch from this side. It's pretty simple. Name and phone number or email ID, whatever the student wants to give, that should be done. And I go to my test, and this is the logout button here, and then I click on the create test. So one thing we have to remember that the PDF will be rendered as is what you have in the original size. So the PDF shall be nice, then it will give a better result. So I go there and I have a PDF already, which I use it for so many times. For example, this one, and I open it. So as soon as I open it, it will be rendered here in the test creation mode. So there are a few things. So as soon as I have the PDF here, this will be saved as a draft, and then I can come back later, create the test, or continue creating the test, or whatever the case may be. This is a hide panel button. This is your OMR sheet, which is made, or the review panel. You can hide it also to get it in the middle, or you can show it. And This is the back button, which takes you to the dashboard. This is the number of question, and this is the type of question. So currently it's single correct and multiple correct. So we are going to add fill in the blanks. So single correct will take care of your single correct MCQs, as well as assertion reasoning, or maybe true and false. So something like which statement is true or which statement is false, or if you have which statements are correct or which statements are incorrect. For that you have to use multiple correct. So both of them works pretty fine. There will be a the third option here, fill in the blanks, which will take care of both integer value as well as string value, which means plain English, that can be put as an input, or a value, for example 28.3, or whatever the number is. So both the things will work here. So it will be done by end of this month. Right now it's in testing. This is the marking scheme. So you have for the correct score, incorrect score, and not attempted. And this also caters to the partial marking. So if you choose the partial scoring system, and if there are two correct options out of four, and this is a 4 marks question, so the score will be equally divided into the two options you have. So like the commonly how it works. This is a save test, uh, where you can click on the save test to give a name or the duration of the test, which I'm going to show. So we have to hit the add button. So as soon as you click the add button, there is a cursor which is forming, and what you need to take care is the alignment of the radio button or the checkbox or the filling the blanks, input box like this. So if it comes in the middle, that will be good. So this is the only thing that we need to take care. So there are four options, so I have put uh, four buttons here, four checkbox here, and whichever options are correct, for example 1 and 3rd is correct, so I have to take it there and click it. So this is where we need to be a little careful, otherwise it's very straightforward. If you click somewhere else, then there will be another checkbox forming, which is not ideal, because there are only four options and this needs to be aligned. So to delete an extra or misplaced checkbox, what you need to do is a back button. So I do it a backspace, and then it's gone. I do another backspace, this one is gone. I do another backspace, this one is gone, and so on and so forth. So I go ahead and click here, and whichever options are correct, for example these two options are correct, then I hit the save button. I can cancel it to go back on the control panel again, or I can save it here. So as soon as I save it, this comes here on my review panel. And if I want to delete it, I can delete it from here very well. So it talks about MCQ, multiple correct, and then partial score no, correct marks is 1, my incorrect is 0 0, and not attempted 0 0, something like that. So this thing can be easily managed from here. And so if the second question is suppose single correct, then and marking scheme, you need to change the marking scheme, say for example 4 marks, and this is -1. So I can do that as well, and I go ahead and click on this, and whichever is the correct marks, I do it, and then I save it. So there is a soft aligner which is made developed here. So like I show here, that whenever there is a misalignment, it will automatically correct, but only for a very small millimeter distance, so that it's easier for you to target it and uh, put the radio button or the interactive here. You can also put it here. Somebody likes to put it here also. That is also equally doable, and whatever suits you. So it will happen like this. So that they would know which is the first option, second option, third option, fourth option, and you go on saving it. Now, to save the test, what you need to do is put the title, which is mandatory. For example, uh, test case, whatever, and you put the duration in minutes and hours. So I put it 10 minutes or maybe 30 minutes is the test. So I put 30 minutes. If I have to put 2 hours, I'll put simply 2 hours. So it will take me for 2 hours, whatever the duration, and then the description. Uh, so that it goes when the student opens, it will automatically fetch the total number of questions and the maximum marks that can be scored through this test. And the solution file is very important. The answer sheet you want to give away when the student has taken the test is you can choose the answer sheet here, and then upload it, so that it appears on the dashboard of the student when the student has already taken the test. Just make sure that your question paper does not have the answers at the end of the PDF, so that it is very common. And we need to avoid that, so we'll save it. As soon as we save it, we are taken to the dashboard. This is the test I have just created. So it will talk about number of question, maximum marks, and the 2 hours duration. There are certain controls. I can delete this. Only I can do the soft delete. It will not go out of the system, so which can be restored later. This is a share send test. So if I want to send it to some other teacher, or if a data entry operator is working on this one, so they can send it to the author or the review editor, whosoever is this. So finally have a review. This is the edit button, which will take again back to the edit panel where we have created the test. And this is a scheduled test, so I need to schedule it. So there are two options of scheduling it. One is the close ended and open ended. So close ended is a specific date and time where you want to have this test taken by the student. And so start times, end time, and the student batches, and you wish to publish the results, say after 5 hours of ending the test. So that also can be done here. What I'm doing is open ended, so that it's always available and very very uh, you know flexible. Student can take any time um, after the test is started. And then I'm going to allocate it to the student batches, the database which I already have, or and also I may want to allow the external users. So if the database is not there and you want to open it for everybody, so you allow the external student, so that student can take the test easily. And I do the scheduling, and then you can see the QR code is there, which can be pasted on the classroom or on the book, wherever you want. There's a URL link which can be sent to the group or to any ancillary material portal that you have, and student can take the test. And you can download the report from here of all the database of student, internal or external, from here, and with their marks. So this is how we do it, and this is pretty much easy. For my batch section, uh, all you need to do is create batch, and then a name of the batch and the student xls file, and the sample file is present here. You can download the sample file from here. You can see the sample file is here. So the name of the student will come here, email or phone number, whatever is required is come here, and then you upload it. So it's just pretty easy, and that can be done. And so your students are already here. Some dummy student I have made. You can edit the batch, you can download this batch, or you can delete this entirely. So this is how it works. It's pretty straightforward, simple, and all the best. Thank you.